All right, here's a question. They're looking for the pH of a solution that's prepared by dissolving 104.1 grams of sodium hydroxide in enough water to make 3.6 liters of solution. So they're looking for pH. One thing that bothers me right away is that this is going to give me a concentration of hydroxide ions. So from this I can get a pOH, and then I'm going to have to subtract to find the pH. But let's go through it. So first off, I have sodium hydroxide. So I have a mass, and from sodium hydroxide, let's figure that out. One sodium is 22.99. An oxygen is worth 16 even, and a hydrogen is worth 1.01. I think that comes out to 40. 10, 1, 10, 0, 4. Yeah, 40 grams per mole. So moles are equal to mass over molar mass. The mass is 104.1 divided by the molar mass is 40.00. Grams per mole, grams cancel. Let's figure that out. Calculator. So 104.1 divided by 40. 2.6025 moles. Now to figure out the concentration, I like to do the dissociation equation. So I have sodium hydroxide. It dissociates to sodium ions and hydroxide ions. So, and it's 1 to 1 to 1. Okay, good. So when I figure out the concentration, this will be the concentration of sodium hydroxide, but it'll also be the concentration of hydroxide ions, and that's what I want. So the moles are 2.6025 moles, and we're dumping this in 3.6 liters of solution. So that number divided by 3.6 gives me 0.7229916, etc. And I'm just keeping that number in my calculator. Moles per liter. If you're interested in doing sig figs, I'm going to keep the number in my calculator, but for sig figs, I only have 2 sig figs. There's 4 and here's 2, so it'd just be 2. So that would be 0.72 molar. That would be the concentration of sodium hydroxide, 0.73 molar. And it'll also be the concentration of sodium ions, and it'll be the concentration of the hydroxide ions, which is what we're wanting. So since I have hydroxide ion concentration, I'm going to use the pOH formula. So the pOH is negative log of the hydroxide ion concentration. So it's the negative log of 0.722916, etc. Okay, calculator. So I need to go negative log, okay, of the answer. Go. So this gives me 0.8638. Now let me think. Yeah, that's fairly concentrated, so that would probably be the pOH. So there's the pOH, which means it's fairly concentrated base. Now to figure out the pH, I'll use this formula. pH plus the pOH gives you 14. So the pH is going to be 14 take away whatever I just got, 0.8638. Okay, so I'll go 14 take away that last answer. So I'm getting 13.13617,157. So now they say I need to round to 2 sig figs. So sig figs with pHs are always decimal places. So my answer would be 13.14. That would be the pH of that solution. In other words, not very acidic at all. It's very, very basic. Okay, hopefully that helps you with that question.